Have you ever felt that life brought someone into your path for a reason you don't yet fully understand? Maybe this person appeared unexpectedly, when you weren't even looking, but something about them sparked a fire within you. And since then, it's as if the universe has been saying to you, pay attention to this. It's not a coincidence. Today, the angels want to talk to you about this connection that feels so mysterious and so powerful. There's a divine reason for this person to be in your life. And yes, they were meant to be with you. But there's also a warning you need to heed. One wrong move could throw everything off balance. So take a deep breath and receive this message with an open heart, because it could change everything you think about this relationship. You are a woman of great sensitivity. You may have felt something different from the very beginning, as if your heart was warning you even before your mind understood. And that intuition was not wrong. This person carries within them a deeper emotional baggage than you can imagine. They may have a past marked by disappointments, losses, fears that they've never shared with anyone. And that's why, despite feeling something strong for you, they hesitate. They draw closer but also pull away. They say they want it but avoid fully committing. This isn't about you or your capacity to be loved. It has to do with the internal wounds they still haven't figured out how to heal. And this is where the divine role you've been given comes in. You were sent to touch this heart in a way unlike anything they've experienced before. Your energy, your calmness, the way you listen, the sincere way you care. All of this is like a balm for their soul. And even if they don't say it, they feel it. But the angels are asking for your attention. This connection is very energetically sensitive. She is made of subtleties, of small gestures that heal or hurt, of words that bring people closer, or push them away. This person is at a turning point. She is questioning whether she can trust again, whether she can let her guard down, whether it's worth risking true love. And this is precisely where the universe comes in with a warning. An ill-timed demand, an impatient reaction, a poorly chosen word, can trigger her deepest fears and cause her to shut down completely. And no, that doesn't mean you should diminish yourself or accept less than you deserve. It simply means you need to handle this situation with the same care you would use with a flower that is still learning to bloom. Now, think for a moment. How many times have you felt the urge to say something but held back based on intuition? How many times did you feel that something wasn't ready, even though you wanted to move forward? That too is wisdom. That too is spiritual connection. Because deep down, you know that what you have isn't common. It's one of those rare connections that are born on higher planes. But here on earth, they need to be nurtured with delicacy. And that's why the angels say, this person was meant to walk with you, but she is still rebuilding herself. If you push too hard, she might run away. If you have patience, she might bloom before your eyes. This is the most beautiful and delicate part of this process, knowing how to balance your desire to be chosen with your wisdom to wait for the right time. It's not about putting yourself on the back burner. It's about understanding that true love doesn't rush, it reveals itself. And yes, the signs have already started to appear. Longer glances. Messages that take time but arrive with more truth. Small gestures of vulnerability, as if she were silently saying, I want to trust you. I just don't know how yet. If you've made it this far, know that you are not alone. The angels are guiding you, whispering gentle intuitions, protecting you from acting on the impulse of pain, and leading you to a type of love that heals from the inside out. Today they are asking you for just one thing. Keep your light on, even when the other is in the shadow. Because this love, if nurtured with faith, patience, and presence, can become the most beautiful thing that ever happened in both of your lives. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Remember the last time this person looked at you deeply. Not that quick, distracted glance, but that profound gaze, as if they were trying to decipher you. As if they saw something in you that neither they nor you understood you were showing. That moment, no matter how brief, left a mark. And it's about this mark that the angels want to talk to you now. This person carries a duality within, an intense desire to surrender, and a fierce fear of losing control. They see you as something rare. But at the same time, they feel unsure if they can keep up with you. They might even smile, seem confident, and act busy, but inside, there's a soul in conflict. And what triggers this conflict? The fear of repeating the past. The fear of not being enough. The fear of being too transparent and getting hurt. And the most curious thing is that they don't understand why you affect them so much. They have lived other stories. They have gone through other relationships. But what they feel with you touches a much deeper place. It's as if your presence lights a spark that they themselves cannot extinguish. And do you know what is most important now? You understanding that despite everything they feel, this person is still being guided by what is safe, not by what is true. They are trying to solve you with logic. Trying to find a rational explanation for something that can only be felt with the soul. And this is where your spiritual choice comes in. You can try to force the answers. You can demand that she decides, that she takes a stand, that she gives you certainty. Or you can become what the angels are inviting you to be, a safe space for her to allow herself to feel. Yes, the risk of losing everything exists. But the risk of healing everything also exists. And it grows every time you choose to act with love and not from need. With firmness, but without rigidity. With commitment, but without losing your essence. This person needs to feel that she won't be punished for feeling. That she can open up without being devalued. That she can say, I don't know what to do with what I'm feeling, and still be embraced. Because when she realizes that you're not there to trap her, but to walk alongside her, transformation begins. You were not placed on this path by chance. The angels chose you because they knew you would have the sensitivity, courage, and light to handle this kind of mission. They know that sometimes you feel tired. They know you question yourself, am I just being delusional? Should I keep waiting? But they also know that your heart is strong. That you're not here out of need, but out of consciousness. That what you feel is real, and you definitely deserve a love that matches it. And even if this person still can't see everything you are, even if it takes her time to understand the privilege of having you nearby, the universe is already working behind the scenes. The angels are softly touching her heart, day by day. With a dream, with a memory, with an inexplicable discomfort when she tries to pull away. Because true love always finds a way to call back what is yours. But it only flourishes when there's space for it. And you are creating that space with your light, your calm, your wisdom. Keep being you. Don't change to please. Don't shut down to protect yourself. Your essence is what is awakening this love. And it will be what sustains everything that is to come. Maybe you don't know, but while you sleep, that person is thinking of you. It's not always in a conscious way. Sometimes, it comes as a stray thought. A scent that reminds them. A song that plays and tightens their chest. A silence that suddenly feels too heavy. It's in that space between the rational world and the sensitive world where your presence seeps in. And what they feel frightens them. Because it's intense. Because it's real. Because it can't be ignored. The angels are showing that this person's heart is in a process of awakening. But this awakening, like all true change, comes with turbulence. Have you ever seen a tree during a storm? It sways, seems like it's going to break, loses leaves. But if it's well-rooted, it stays firm and the next day, blooms even stronger. That's what's happening now with this person. They are being shaken internally. They are reevaluating truths, patterns, beliefs. They are asking themselves, why do they affect me so much? Is there still time to experience a true love? Am I capable of sustaining a commitment like this? And the answers are coming slowly, but they are coming. However, there's something important the angels want to tell you. In this delicate moment, you need to protect yourself too. Protect your energy. Protect your self-esteem. Protect the woman you are becoming. Because sometimes, in the impulse to help, we exceed our own limits and forget something essential. You also deserve to be chosen. Yes, you were sent as light for this life. But you are not here to diminish yourself, nor to beg for emotional crumbs. So, if the signs are confusing, if there is more silence than presence, more doubt than action, breathe. Return to yourself. Remember, true love does not make us beg. It finds us along the way, with reciprocity and truth. You are doing your part. You are being coherent with what you feel. Are you listening to your intuition, guided by faith, making space for something beautiful to happen? But it's not in your hands to force someone else's timing. And that's not a defeat, it's wisdom. The angels are at work. They are showing this person, in ways you can't even imagine, what's at stake. Each absence you create starts to hurt more. Each silence you maintain has more impact than any complaint could, because your energy is truly missed. And then, something begins to change. She starts to realize that you're no longer trying to convince her, that you've stopped insisting, and you've begun to choose yourself. And this forces her to look within. No excuses, no distractions. This is the turning point. Because while you align with your worth, this person realizes she's facing something she can no longer ignore. From there, the next steps start to take shape. She might take a while to act. She may need a few more silences to understand what she's losing. But when she does come, if she comes with authenticity, you will feel it. You will know. Because the love that is yours never flows away completely. It returns. And it returns differently. Until then, trust yourself. Trust in your light, your presence, your power to transform. You are not at the mercy of what this person will do. You are writing your own story, and if she has the maturity to walk alongside you, she will find a space by your side. But if not, the angels will open new paths. Paths that lead you even closer to someone who can truly love you the way you deserve. Have you noticed how this person's silence speaks? It's strange, isn't it? Even when she says nothing, you feel it. You sense when she's confused. You feel when she wants to get closer but pulls back. You feel when her heart cries out for you, even if her mouth stays silent. This is not imagination. It's a soul connection. And no matter how much this person tries to rationalize, run away, or even pretend she feels nothing, the energy between you two is still there, alive, pulsing, and persistent.
The angels are saying, this soul recognizes yours. But it is still learning how to deal with it. The truth is that many women have been in this place, being a light in someone's life who still lives in the shadows. Being a presence for someone who has only learned to love in absence. Offering security to someone who has only known unstable relationships. And perhaps you are there, in silence, thinking, is this story really going to happen? But pay attention, this story is already happening. It's just unfolding in a different time than your heart would like. And here lies the crucial point, you cannot live as two in the rhythm of one. You can wait a little. You can respect the process. You can offer space and support. But you cannot lose yourself in the midst of waiting. Because what's at stake here is not just the love that this person feels for you. It's the love you feel for yourself too. The angels want to remind you, you were placed in this person's life as a mirror. A mirror that shows what they can become. That reveals possibilities they didn't even know existed. But it is also a mirror that confronts them. Because when they look at you, they see courage, authenticity, truth. And that hurts. Because it shows how much they still hide, how afraid they are of being who they really are. And that's exactly where the risk lies. If they feel they can't measure up, that they can't keep up with your light, they may sabotage everything. Not out of malice, but out of fear. And that's why the angels are asking you for something that requires a lot of spiritual maturity. Be a light, but don't dim your flame to fit into the darkness of another. You can be love. You can be calm. But you also need to be whole. This person is at a turning point. They feel they are about to lose something very precious. And this may lead them to awaken, or to pull away because they don't know how to handle what they feel. Here's the most important message from this part. It's not your anxiety that will bring that person to you, it's your truth. How you position yourself. How you value yourself. How you choose silence when the other person isn't ready to listen. How you withdraw when you realize you're giving too much without receiving the bare minimum in return. This isn't coldness. It's wisdom. And her soul will feel it. Because when a woman chooses herself, she emanates a frequency that the entire universe respects. And it's this frequency that will attract those who are truly ready. If it's that person, they will come back changed. If not, another soul, more aware, more healed, more aligned, will find their way to you. But one thing is certain, you will not be forgotten. The energy you gave, the presence you were, the love you offered, all of this has already planted seeds in that person's heart. Now it's up to them. And the heavens. For now, you continue to be light. You continue to be yourself. And that is already everything. After a while, you will look back and realize that this moment was the beginning of something much bigger than you ever imagined. It's possible that this person will return, and return transformed. It's also possible that their path will lead in another direction. But one thing the angels want you to be absolutely sure of, none of what you felt was in vain. You were the awakening that this soul needed. You were the reminder that true love exists. You were the bridge between who she is, and who she can be if she has the courage to cross over. But now, it's time to return to yourself. No matter how alive the feelings still are. No matter how unbreakable the connection seems. You can't keep waiting for the other person to find themselves so that you can exist. You have a life to live. You have dreams to fulfill. There are paths calling your name that can no longer be postponed. And if this person is ready, they will know where to find you. But they will need to find you whole. Not fragmented by waiting. Not exhausted by doubts. But shining exactly as it did when everything began. Because that is what touched her heart. Her light. Her truth. Her essence. Today, the angels ask you to make a choice, stay where your soul is nurtured. Even if, for a time, that means stepping away. Even if it means leaving an empty space. Even if it hurts. Because what awaits you on the other side of this crossing is much greater than the story you tried to sustain alone. The universe is preparing you for a more complete love. A more conscious love. A lighter love. And if this love comes from that same person, it will be because they chose to grow with you. And not because you insisted on dragging them along. You are a rare woman. You feel deeply, love with presence, and give with courage. And this is not weakness, it is spiritual strength. However, this strength now needs to be redirected. Not to save anyone. But to sustain you. The angels ask you, let go of what needs to mature from afar. Hold on to what holds you back. What is yours will come back. But only if you have the courage to move, to follow, to honor yourself. Because it is when you place yourself at the center of your own life, that everything truly begins to align. And if this person is indeed meant to be by your side, they will feel your absence like they've never felt your presence. And they will realize, in every detail of daily life, the magnitude of the love they lost by not knowing how to recognize you. But then, it will be them who will have to prove themselves. You have already done your part. Now it's up to time. And to the heavens. And to the beautiful strength that is you. This was today's message. Profound. True. And necessary. The angels are with you. And where there is faith, truth, and self-love, nothing is lost. Everything flourishes.